Okay, guys, welcome to and welcome back. I'm Sew-Ronica, and I'm so ready to show you guys another chapter in me learning how to make a gown. So, for those of you who have been patiently awaiting, you're gonna have to keep waiting because we still got this video, and then we have one more video. But wait, before you unsubscribe, okay? Let me tell you what happened. My serger broke. My serger broke and it slowed down the process. Could I have finished with my sewing machine? Yes, I could have, but it wouldn't have had the professional edges. Okay. And I don't know, I'm just addicted to the serger now that I have a serger. So I wanted to finish with the serger. So one thing I did notice is that I have an inclination to make things how I've always made it. It's like I keep falling back into what's familiar with to me. And so it keeps looking like I'm trying to make like a shirt. And it's like a gown and a shirt. A shirt and the bodice of a dress or a gown is two different things. You know what I mean? Like you don't need that much material. You don't need as much material as you do for a shirt as you would for a gown. So I'm gonna have to utilize darts to the best of my ability to get it snug because we want to have that snatched in. I mean, because dresses are supposed to be form fitting, right? Not all of them, but gowns are. You know, so a dart here and a dart there, everywhere, a dart, dart. Just gonna figure it out. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is putting the sheer cleavage window. That's what I call it. I don't know what anybody else calls it, but I'm putting that on the front. Now, don't worry, the tatas is not going to be out, okay? But I'm going to put, I believe I'm going to put, like I have an idea in mind. I didn't draw anything out, although I'm good at sketching. Now, I come from a long line of artists. So what happened to my serger? What happened to the serger was um, what had happened was, okay, um, I was surging along like I normally do on a Wednesday or whatever day it was. This was actually on a Saturday. It broke on Saturday, y'all. Um, and then I was busy throughout the week, which surprised me because I usually ain't got nothing to do. But I was busy through the week. Um, and Yeah, so it just wasn't catching on the fabric. It wasn't catching on the fabric, and the loops were above the fabric, and the rest of them were in the normal place, but the loops were above the fabric, and I was just like, did the needle shift? Did the blade shift? Where are the blades? Are there blades in here? You know, because I looked at some YouTube videos trying to figure out what was going on. And they was like, yeah, maybe your blades have shifted, and I'm just like. So needless to say, I wasn't gonna spend no more money on this $30 11-year serger, 11-year-old serger. It was time for a new one. So my husband beat me to the to pushing the purchase button. So therefore he bought it for me and I'm so grateful. Um but yeah, yeah. Oh, and today somebody called me a seamstress. They was like, "Oh, so you're a seamstress." And just to hear that, even though you and I both know, y'all know and I know what my work looks like. But I mean, it just I don't know. It was like put it out there in the atmosphere. Yes, I'm a seamstress. And then they proceed to, kind of like, oh, so if you're able to take in some suits, and I'm like, I ain't about to be messing up nobody's clothes now. Make sure I'm giving it to y'all like I'm learning it. Okay. Every bit of it don't need to be recorded, but so this is the fit so far, okay? And I wanted to stop about here. And then I want this to go about here. But I want the yellow, so the yellow is the back. I want that. I'm gonna do something with connecting it, I don't know. In the front, in like a V shape, although I do like the sides where they fall. But I think I'm just gonna go with connecting it in a V shape, because this part is still gonna be here for the sides. So the V is just gonna be like cover up what's not lined. With the sleeves, and then we have our skirt, which isn't a skirt, but I just don't know the name of it. Poseidon Hush. So this is gonna go like this. And y'all, I did step on one of these today. And instantly, I just, ooh. So it's gonna go like this. It's gonna go from the bottom half like that. But if I decide, I can pull this down a little bit more. A little bit more. And it can start down here. Okay, that way it actually drags the floor with my heels on, because I'm gonna have my red 9 West heels. Okay, red 9 West heels. So I think I want it long like this. Yeah, I definitely want it long like that. So that changes where I want this to fall. It does, it really do. Since I want that right below my calves, because that's where it's hitting at. Right below the calves. I don't want to step on them pins because I haven't sewn it yet. I sewed like 25% of the skirt. We're just going to call it a skirt, even though it's not a skirt, for lack of a better word, since I don't know it. Yeah, I sewed like 25% of it, and then I had to stop because I had to sew, thread the machine again, because I used up all the thread. So I also changed my mind, and instead of using the same thread that was in the sewing machine, which was I think pink and yellow, or pink and peach, pink and orange, that's what it was. I went ahead and changed it. Y'all be proud of me. Changed it to black. I used one of those bobbins that are already threaded. So if you guys are wondering, my daughter got me those flowers for Mother's Day. And what I'm doing here is I am obviously sewing the bottom portion of the dress. All right. And Sharon, if you see this, your mother, once you gave the gift to your mother gave this to me. She said that way it won't go to waste. So I did not steal it. I did not steal it. Your mom regifted it immediately afterwards. So, what am I doing? Because, you know, I start making mistakes once I start recording. I start doing stupid stuff. So, here I'm just making sure that it is, there's some seam allowance, because I don't want to sew on the horsehair. Obviously, right? Because the horsehair, I tried it out. You know, sometimes you got to find out the hard way that something don't work. I tried it out to see if it could, you know, stitch over it. Because I see that there are some people on YouTube that sew over their pins and then take the pins out. Okay, I seen one person do that. And I was like, well, if she does it, anyway. So I don't want to do that, because I had to fix some stuff after that, and we don't want to do that. So trying to make sure I got plenty of room to do this. Yep, it hit it. So once it hits it, it's time to take it out and reposition, etc., etc. There's a lot of pins in here. I don't know. Do people hand stitch this? Like, how are y'all avoiding the pins? Anyway, so this is what it's looking like so far. And what I'm about to do when I say reposition, I'm just going to take some pins out and give it more, because the seam allowance wasn't really consistent. So in some places, it's like I have to go super, super close to the horsehair. And that, yeah, that's not good. But right now, there we go. There it is. My flowers are so pretty. So I got the flowers that Jesus got me on the front porch. If you've seen my other vlog or whatever the video, then you know what I'm talking about. All right. They are flourishing on the front porch. And I'm going to put those on the front porch as well tomorrow. Just to make sure they get sunlight and everybody can see. I want everybody to see I got some flowers. All right. Let me go ahead and pick my nose off camera and I will be right back. I'm going to cut this. See, this is what I do. I cut it as close to that thread line as possible so that when I run it through y'all see the amount of room that I have on this serger. That's why it's called a Tiny Serger. But, yeah, I just have to cut that closer. Cut both of those closer to that thread. And then it slides right in there and I get a good close stitch. I'm going to put this on the floor so to see if I have a little bit more control over it. That way I can hold the camera. Hold on now. That way I can hold the camera with my hand. Get y'all closer so y'all can be in on the action. Okay. So now I got it cut. I may just not be able to include y'all in this. That's what I may. Wait a minute. That's not cut, right? Okay. So this is perfect. Do y'all see that? So now it should slide right in here like this. Hold on. Push out that. All right, so if the fabric is hanging down the slightest bit, gravity's gonna pull it off of where it needs to be. So now my foot is on the thing. Like I can snatch salmon out the river with those feet, huh? All right, so now we're just gonna go ahead and give it a gander. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Look at that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put y'all on the sidelines. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put y'all on the sidelines. Wait a minute, let me just. Cause I can't. That's a hot mess. Okay, so that's what that looks like right now, which is not the move. I think I need to rethread my serger. So I think I'm going to conclude this video with the footage we have now. Not true. The video has like 5-6 more minutes. Okay, so y'all know how in Proverbs 31:24, the word says that she maketh fine linen and selleth it and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Like, she is a seamstress. She is a woman that knows how to operate in business. Her candle goeth not out by night. Like, she doesn't look at the time and be like, okay, I'm not thinking about work right now. I'm not thinking about, making money right now and bettering my household. She's always thinking about ways of bettering her household. So I don't know. I just feel like there's something spiritual that happens to me when I get on my sewing machine and my serger. I just feel I feel a peace that passes all understanding. I feel a calmness. I feel like for one, I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I thank God for finally bringing me into my season of that. Because in the word he talks about occupy until he comes. And in the word he talks about how faith without works is dead. Like you can be believing God for a better season, but if you're not doing something to work towards that, then how can God bless the work of your hands? And so, when God gives you a passion for something, when God gives you, whatever it is, you can't take it lightly, because God will use the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And it may seem silly to you to be, I don't know, 86 years old and all of a sudden decide to take up tennis. But you never know where God is going to lead you with that. And that's a terrible example, because if you're 87 years old, you probably don't want to take up tennis. You probably don't. That's a disclaimer. Don't do it. Just take the limits off of God and walk by faith and not by sight. As you know, at the beginning of this video, I was telling you guys how my serger had broke. And so I hadn't been able to finish the gown. And y'all know I like uploading frequently because I make stuff frequently. So it kind of hurt my little heart that I wasn't able to finish that gown. I wanted to have it done expeditiously because I'm an expediter. But anyway, so the serger has finally arrived, and I want to do an unboxing. Let me see. Make sure I'm recording. Alright, so this was purchased off Amazon. Comes with a book. I will look through that. It is in styrofoam, so this looks like... I am so excited about this. This looks like the presser foot. Okay, so I want y'all to see this. I'm going to take y'all. Okay, so it's supposed to come threaded, right? But they didn't put anything on here that would ensure that the thread would stay on there. So I'm a little disappointed in that, because, I mean, I could technically take it and set it on there, but it looks like it's tangled. It looks like it's tangled. And where's the other one? Where's the thread right there? Anyway, so we're going to set this here. It looks like there's some needles in there. Okay, so I clearly need my other hand to be able to lift this up out of here. Smell of new plastic. Gonna hold on to that because that's the thing. My dust. Okay, there's the other thread down there. Can I see it? Right there. I mean, because I don't want to have to. I want to be able to use it, and I don't want to have to figure out the threading process if I don't have to just yet. And who knows, maybe that's the best way to do it. As soon as you get it, just figure it out. What is this? Let me take it out. Let me take it out. So basically, in a nutshell, I will be able to finish my gown and get back on the sewing track, back on the sewing train. Yeah, I heard them delivering it, and I was like, well, I didn't know what it was. So I was like, it's supposed to be here Friday. So it came early. And what is this? This is the brother. So this is one that I know they sell these at Walmart. The brother brand. Then again, I don't know that. I know they sell the brother sewing machine. But they also sell Singer, the Singer accessories. So now I'm gonna transfer this over there to where my other serger is. And y'all, I'm gonna complete this video here because it's already like a 20-minute video. So the next video is gonna be showing me figuring out this thing. And then that last one, the last gown video will be the revealing of the dress. As y'all can see here, this is, can y'all see? Okay, so as y'all can see here, this is just me getting an idea of where I want things. This is just pinned on here. And this is too loose. I'm gonna take that in and I'm gonna add some darker lace covering right there and pin that on there. This is the back of it. Not totally thrilled about the back, but I don't know. So what else did I say I was gonna do? I was gonna do that. Oh yeah, this right here. So then I'm going to take this in and give it like a V shape and sew that on there. Hopefully I'm not gonna cut it like I'm doing it, because like I'm doing it is uneven, but it'll be more like that. And my husband said these are not the Chief colors, the Kansas City Chiefs. He said that this is more of a red. He said this is a crimson. But is anybody particular like that? Is anybody particular? Because this is red and yellow as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, super excited about it. And I'm going to take this down because this is, can't just have this, you know, resting on the neck like that. And then I'll probably give it some ooh. I keep wanting to make a dress, and I got to remember it's a gown. There's a clear difference between a dress and a gown. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to figure out how to thread this, because if I see any evidence that it's been used before, it's going back. Don't mail me something somebody else done took back. If I see any threads, any dust, fabric dust, yeah. If I pay for a new one, I want a new one, not a newly brought back to the store one. I mean, I wouldn't be a pain in the patootie about it, but I just want a new one. I don't know why, but this smells so good. I don't, is that a problem? Is that weird? I'm gonna go ask my daughter if this smells good to her.